hilarious. Dude, we were busting out laughing.
Well, I was there.
Before I fucking went in, because I went in the basic in 06.
Y'all remember the shooting on the military base, the movie theater out in Colorado?
Yeah.
That happened while I was in the middle of basic.
Damn.
Oh, Jesus.
We were in the field, and then suddenly we're not in the field.
Damn.
My drill sergeant took a phone call. He's like, "All right, everybody on the bus. I'm not going to be an asshole about this, but the base is going into lockdown." And we're all looking at him like, "What did you just say?"
You heard me.
And he goes, "Look, all of you have live ammo. If something is to happen, I expect you to be soldiers. I expect you to be professional." And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And we got back, we racked our rifles. There's Firewatch on the doors with rifles. MPs are all over the fucking base. All of the active duty units are scrambling. And I'm like, what is going on? And they told us that there was a shooting out there. And that all military bases went on lockdown immediately.
Damn. That's a scary thought.
I asked the drill sergeant, I said, "What are you going to do about it?" He goes, "I wish a motherfucker would. I hate you little assholes, but I wish a fucker would."
Of course, drill sergeant's main response, "I wish a motherfucker would."
Right, because of the fact that you're fucking... Your commanding officer would probably sitting there like, "Man, I've been sitting behind this desk for fucking 10 years, training people. I wish somebody would."
I've had no action in the past 10 years. I'm waiting for this moment.
Your average drill in the Army only does about 4 years on a trail.
Suppose that because they're slowly becoming insane, though, they cause that, or that they do that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I did 2 tours. I did 2 tours overseas. First tour was 13 months. My second tour, I was FMF with Force Recon, securing supply routes, and fucking, that was actually the most fun I had when I was over there. I wish I could have gone back for a third tour, but they had me go through my psych evals when I came back for my second, and fucking they wouldn't clear me to go back over.
I deployed my second year in, and that was my decision. I wanted to fucking finish my 4 years and then go Navy and go Green Site Corpsman.
Yeah, I started out as Corpsman, HM3, moved my way up to HM1 by the time I got to my second tour, so. Originally started out in basic as an E3 because I went in during that whole fucking White Sox program where they had brought in friends with you, fucking you could move up in ranks.
Yeah, I started as guard, so I started as E3 as well.
Yeah, fucking, I knocked out my CO when I graduated basic. Fucking took 4 MPs to get me off him, and they were there quick as fuck because he started talking shit about my mother, and then he said the one fucking set of words that I love to hear: disregard rank. Fucking, I punched him in the face, and I kept fucking hitting him, and lost sight of how much time fucking passed. And then after that, I'm being dragged off. I ended up losing my E3 rank. They dropped me back down to E1 and threw me in the brig for a fucking 2 weeks.
You're lucky you didn't get drummed out completely.
Yeah.
There's a certain lenience that docs and medics are allowed.
And because of the fact that the only way the fucking Marines can get corpsmen is from the fucking Army or the Navy. So yeah, that's why they offer us a little bit of leniency, but it really wasn't much. Like I said, I got for 2 weeks.
I ended up going on a patrol while I was over there. I ended up coming back home for a family emergency, and then they were like, "Okay, well, you're home. You're going to basic leadership school. You're being promoted to corporal."
Oh, that's nice.
I was like, "That's cool." I was like,
So they realized that this would be great, but then when you beat the crap out of them...
Yeah, I never really got hands-on with anybody. That's on record. Me and a Marine went behind a porta potty in some shithole overseas, and one of us came out with a bloody nose and the other one wasn't working for a day.
Fun.
That's my question.
The training officer didn't get fucking punished.
You should have.
But he told you to disregard, right?
Fucking, but he didn't get in trouble because nobody fucking heard him say it.
And he should have manned up and actually told the others, like, nah, I told him disregard to disregard rank.
So he had rank over you. Yeah, but like how much? Maybe 1 or 2 ranks?
It was he was petty off the time I was free, so yeah, it was like
Yeah, so about like maybe 2 or 3 ranks. So he was on a powerhouse.
and then on top of that, fucking he was in good with the CMG.
Ah.
You know, offside the base got worded it.
Yeah.
So they probably would have joked about it if that was the case.
Mm-hmm.
If they heard about it.
I got fucked over and had to, rework my rank. I worked up before I ended up, rolling out after my second tour in 2010 into 2011. Fucking, I was already an E6.
If I had stayed in at my current rate, I probably would have been like E7, E8 by now.
Yeah.
My whole thing is, if I were to go into any of the training camps, I probably would have Raven gone at it.
Basic fucking degrees. I mean, compared to what
Shoot, the way I am.
That really beats
The way I am, I wouldn't survive the military. My buddy Legend has already told me that.
I had someone in my platoon say he was gonna beat the shit out of a drill sergeant, and we were on the firing line. Dude got fucking kicked in the chest by said drill sergeant.
Hit.
Because he flagged him.
Got a boot to the chest. Spartan kick.
I'll take 3 objectives on your OPSAT. Assault them at your discretion.
Crushed the dude's fucking crushed the dude's sternum. He got drummed down the army.
3,
3 Article 15s.
1.
And
Secure those capture zones,
crushed
agent.
sternum.
Friendlies capturing Zone A.
Yeah, Article 15. I can't remember.
It's the Army's form of
Zone secured.
NJP, non-judicial punishment. Which NJP is a Marine term, but
Yeah, it's pretty much they don't bring up any criminal charges against you.
well, that's a whole other set of papers. I'd like misdemeanor. I don't have
Team capturing Zone B.
One more coming to point.
Capture Zone A is at risk.
Oh, I got killed by Rick Sanchez.
My cousin is a Marine and he's a gunnery sergeant. And he's been higher and he's been lower. Dude is fucking 15.
Damn.
But he's a good ass Marine.
Friendlies capturing
Must
Zone
have
A.
been good with
Friendlies
somebody.
going for Zone B.
Because in order for him to stay that long, damn.
And you're still in? Shit, you gotta fucking know somebody on the ups.
He's got 25 years.
Oh, then it's a time in.
Yeah,
They're waiting for him to be done.
oh, he's gonna go 430.
Yeah.
He's my older Marine.
Well, he's lucky then they didn't get fucking drummed out. Shit.
He got where while he was on One of his recruits died. And all of the DIs got injured for that one. Even though it wasn't their fault.
Hostiles on the scope in zone B.
Yep, one ball was your ball. Yeah, the Marine Corps was like,
Yeah, since nobody came forward, everybody got hit.
oh no,
Friendly showing for zone B.
Because of it.
Damn.
From what I know,
Zone secured.
or handled it the wrong way. What happened?
Friendlies capturing zone A.
You know what they do? Marine Corps stupidity.
Stupidity and job security. Yeah. Like, last year, I hurt myself, on my own time riding my dirt bike. I broke my fucking...
I'm detecting
it's surgery on my muscles in my leg. So, I ended up at
I just think that's what most people do surgery. So,
Capture zone A is at risk.
My rib cage, or my sternum is fucking very healthy, otherwise stable right now. I did 5 days in there, and I told them up front, I'm like, I really can't handle the BS of fucking being in here anymore. If give me my discharge papers, or fucking I will refuse treatment.
You want to hear some real bullshit? 3 days after I was
Oh.
3 days.
Damn, bro, that sucks.
If they hadn't made it any longer with my paperwork, I'd be pensioned for life.
That's nasty,
Bro, I already get
You're down, but never out,
I have
Agent.
25%
You got this.
disability. But still, 3 days, and then 5 months after that, my pancreas split.
Yeah, I've had surgery and appendix.
One's coming to see.
My ulcer, and when I'm 35 years old, about to be 36. That's the fucking whole part.
I'm only 30, and I've died 3 times.
I know that people, and I have flatline
We're
on the
losing
table.
zone A.
I've been sitting on my head fucking 3 times, because every time they give me the anesthetics, fucking put me under, I'm pretty fucking
Zone B
flatline.
covered. Hostile suppressed.
Each year, I broke my leg. I returned to duty like almost immediately. Light duty. It doesn't matter. There's always work to be done.
Take the zone, keep
Still
the
piss
zone.
test people.
You know the mission.
When I came back after my second tour.
Still bandaging people up. Oh.
Moving on to
Surgery.
They have real good cardiothoracic surgery.
I didn't think that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, maybe a couple of years. But I saw the most boring ones. They were like, are you gonna finish?
but I get it.
But I'm not sure yet. And I spoke to the retention NCO, and he goes, well, this is the way the Army wants to handle it. And hands me my paperwork there. I got switched from corporal promotable to corporal non-promotable. So until you decide this is what's going on, and I said, and that's going to be on my
It's
record.
vulnerable.
And he goes, yeah, I'm like, so, like, if I do stay, for me to make A5 is going to be a fight. And he goes, well, timing grade, that kind of deal, blah, 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 blah. And I said, look, I will see you in another 3 months. After I decide what to do right now, I heard.
What's up, kid?
Got this. Anything the hostiles do now is likely too little, too late.
So, I did my shit. It was the most interesting year of my life. Like, I dealt with a lot of stuff. I went back to
The analysts predicted you're close to winning. Hold
college.
on. Zone contested. Friendlies locking down zone C.
internship at the MSA, which was really fun. But they're also like, well, you're in the army, so you have to be in uniform while you're on base. So my coordinator was like, okay, this is weird, but she also did her 20 years. So.
Oh.
Rogue Echelon agent activated sonar.
I saw it, I would say. Like, I didn't see it. I was the only one, like, I was the only place in the rank I ever saw. Other than that, the gates.
Yeah, that's because of my fire anyway, but
all of the, you know, all the task force, all the intelligence MLS, and all that, that's where mainly they work out, that's where me.
yeah.
Mission success.
GG's, everyone.
Done this before.
Just like casually talking with a full bird.
Yo, are you a real player? Are you a real player?
Yes, I am.
You sound like an AI.
Where I was sitting there just casually talking with a 2-star rare.
You sure you're not AI?
And
No, I'm not AI. I'm a real person.
Say
No, he's
nigga.
definitely AI. He's definitely AI. Don't
Say nigga.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Guy showed up on base. I guess he was doing an inspection or some shit. I don't fucking know. But he comes on base, comes into the fucking lunchroom, and everybody fucking moved. Like, everybody and their mother fucking moved out the way. So, that's how I knew that this guy was high ranking. I just didn't know how high, because I hadn't studied the admiral ranks yet. Well, this guy sits down, and I'm sitting there eating my lunch and everything like that. He's like, hey, how's it going? You know, just all casual and shit like that. And I'm like, how are you doing, sir? And I look up, and I see him for the first time. The guy looked like he was in his fucking, 50s or 60s. And I'm just sitting there, like, kind of bewildered, like, why is somebody talking to me while I'm eating? I got, like, 3 minutes left to fucking get done with my lunch and shit like that. I gotta be back in the fucking, back at barracks and everything like that with everybody else. And, he's like, oh, don't worry about the fucking time frame. Like, he knew what the fuck I was thinking. And he's like, you just stay here with me. If anybody fucking asks, tell him a 2-star rear admiral fucking told you so. I'm like, okay.
I would have went to attention so fast my spine would have snapped.
Yeah, he pretty much fucking just sat there. We had lunch. We kind of bullshitted here and there. And then our chaplain at the time was an officer rank. He had made it all the way up to lieutenant commander. He had like fucking 2 or something like that. And he had just come back to base and finish out. So he was sitting there. He comes up to me when I went to church and fucking he sat there and asked me. He's like, okay, so what exactly did that rear star admiral talk to you about? And I'm like, well, I can't say. We just sat there and bullshitted, the entire time. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Just random shit.
What people don't realize is that the admirals, unless they're power tripping, they like to talk to lower ranks too.
Oh yeah, they do. A lot of officers actually do. One of the best conversations I ever got into was at the range on one of my off days with a chaplain who was a major. And if father ever had to pick up a gun, I would have been scared because that man can lay down some fucking 300 meters, and he has a grouping of less than 5 inches diameter. Nice.
That sounds terrifying.
That is.
Here's the setup. Seek, seize, and defend.
With an iron-sighted M16.
3,
Yeah, fuck that
2,
shit. I am stepping the
1.
fuck away.
Secure the capture zone.
This dude
I'll
was
keep
like,
you apprised
this
of
dude
its
was like
location.
30 years in, like, super chill. Like, we had a 3-hour discussion
We're on the zone.
on the range, waiting for our time to go back up about like what things and like how your religion affects your military service and right down to your job, how your religion affects it. It was probably your beliefs affect you about it. Like, if you're a Nazi, you're not gonna want to see it. If you're a Nazi medic, you're not gonna want to see
Allies
it.
on the zone. Zone under
yeah.
assault. Capture zone contested.
Right. So, it just depends on like how hardcore you are of a believer, like
Capture zone is moving.
but that was our conversation. I didn't even know it was a fucking major until like later that day. We were day clothes.
Oh, so you guys weren't even in uniform?
Oh no, we were PTs.
This is a
Shorts
war,
and a t-shirt.
but you're a pro. You'll bounce back. Capture zone contested. Allies on the zone.
They both say army.
Zone under assault.
No. If you wear a safety belt that has your fucking right safety against the notch, you know what right they are.
That's funny. Oh no, it is. When they made the chevrons and everything the way that they did. So
Especially if you have
Capture zone is moving.
shitty
Sending
eyesight.
you location to your
You're like
offset.
staring at them trying to figure out who they are. Like, you know what? A lot of folks just carry on.
Can I not run?
Zone compromised.
I had a fucking fuzzy private. I don't know how the fuck he got the basic
Allies on the zone.
He without a fucking promotion. Like he gave me all kinds of fucking attitude about taking his piss test. Like all fucking kinds of attitude about taking his piss test. I'm like, dude, yeah, you're on profile. Like you need to take your piss test. We need to make sure you're not abusing the pain meds that you were given. You're supposed to have been off them for a while now. You're going to be taking your fitness board to make sure you can go back to active duty.
Capture zone
and
contested.
everything. He's like,
We're
fuck
capture
off,
zone is
you
moving.
can't tell me what to do, you're just a medic. And I'm like, okay, well first of all, you're addressing an NCO the entire wrong way. And he goes, oh no, Corporal, you're not an NCO. And my captain comes out next to me and goes,
compromised.
oh fucking shit, he's not. Started giving me shit again. And he's like, there's nothing you can do to me that will hurt me. I'm like, dude, you went to the bar with your officer against Thursday. What's he gonna do? I sent him a text. I said, you'll find out when you get back to your unit. Dude, he gave me a nice talk the next day. He learned.
The zone is
Changing mag.
The zone is moving. Sending new location to your offset now. Allies on the zone.
So fucking bad. But like this is look wrong of me out there making him do push-ups when I'm on crutches myself. Well, I was on a cane by then, but still.
Yeah, that would look bad.
Zone compromised.
What it would have looked bad.
You know how many looks I get when we go across, like, we just take the ambulance and the Humvee and just go across to other, go across the base to other defects. And you know how many looks we get because my captain also had a bad leg at the time. And the 3 medics walking in and only one is whole.
Oh yeah.
Loadout updated. Capture zone is moving.
Let the medics when they're fucking wounded. That's my concern.
My sergeant was actually with us because he was shot and he was returning to active duty as well.
Heads up. I'm detecting our sonar target.
Lucky he didn't die.
Well, that's lucky. He's very lucky he didn't die. He's lucky he had a Marine story of that is awesome.
Zone under assault. We're
The
on
only
the zone.
question is, how do they normally treat medics when it comes to something that's fun?
Capture zone contested.
Medics in the Marine Corps are absolutely fucking loved.
Capture
because
zone
of the
is
fact that
moving.
They don't have
Sending new
medics of their
locations.
own,
You're all
so
set now.
they pull from the Army.
It's kind of neat.
One more is on point.
If you're in a combat company, medics are generally loved. And if you're in a squad, if you become an employee, you're probably going to be the most protected person is. Like, fuck anybody with
We're
rank.
locking down the zone.
Doc's the only one. Doc and your JTAC are probably the only people who are
Zone
going to
under
help you out
assault.
of this fucking mess alive. So generally, they're the most protected people.
That's why I love fucking
So you're saying, if I'm a pussy, I should just, you know, be a pet. Because that'll be at least loved as a pussy.
I think orders go supply
Capture zone is moving.
because, most medics I know will lay down hate. Like, our job is to give life, but I know most medics I know will also take.
Of course.
We're
There's
on the zone.
sometimes they're not worth it.
Yeah, me with the combat medic, I'm deadly. Combat ain't for me, bar.
Be a stick.
Zone under
I
assault.
mean, why do you think
Capture zone contested.
there was no fucking way I was something empty of 40 minutes.
Taking keep that capture zone. We're rogue echelon agent activated sonar
I couldn't
bubble.
figure out more as well. Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah. Well, I think
one
it's
way
pretty
to
good.
Yeah, I was like, the M4 night's enough. And I felt sorry for my squad. Reloading! Because the
Zone changing
gunners
coordinates.
that how they carry threats, like, because they have the M4 nights in the squad.
Oh god.
Loadout updated. The zone's in danger.
I think we that hate the way that I've structured the game's military, though. But that's
We got ambushed, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. We were picking up this FOB over there, right? And
Loadout
we
updated.
went back to the main base to get
Capture zone
rounds
contested.
during the demilitarization.
Allies on the zone.
And we got ambushed by like anything else. Well, this convoy was 3 Abrams, 12 Humvees, 3 Strikers, and 20 LMTVs. And which one of them having a gun on top?
Zone changing location.
Whether it be an M249 or an M240. Dude, one of the LMTVs even had a Mark 19.
The zone
Trucks every single heavy gun swiveled towards that red line and made it disappear.
Oh yeah.
Then the G-Tech just called an A-10 just because he could.
Yeah. See,
I love the A-10 while we're at. It is terrifying. It is terrifying. I will tell you what. It is awesome. I will never have blood flow to a certain area of that army ever again.
We're locking down
Oh
the
yeah.
zone.
Oh yeah.
When they came
When they came through, you hold different and shit like that, and it's just like their hearts pounding.
That strike is out.
Changing coordinates.
Yeah.
We had
Oh,
one.
God.
And
Right.
more than I think we had two during my deployment, and one was
Zone
about
under assault.
500 or 600 meters away,
And
and it was all false.
the guy next to
Guy,
We're locking down the zone.
On patrol and I went back because there was nothing. But I was bored, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna join up with the KRA, the response force, which is a bunch of four rangers, a couple of Navy SEALs, a couple of Tier 1 guys, you know, and a couple of different guys just killing me. And,
Ultra
we got
ready for
called to
deployment.
head out, and we hear the JTAC
Stone is taking location. Stone under assault. Mission wrapping up. We're locking down the zone.
And he goes, alright, fuck this, I'm laying down here for the radio. We're 12 minutes now when it comes to speed. Just watch 2 Apaches scream overhead. That Apache was us. Yeah, like them motherfuckers be using that going out late night. Well, it was supposed to be able to head into an area with like resistance, right?
Capture zone moving. Updating
There
coordinates.
ended up being almost 200 military males. Yeah, right. More. I looked at one of the rangers and I said, this is the day I get shot. And the SEAL's like, no fucking way. No. It was fun.
Don't make this a habit, Agent.
You know, pick up overdoses.
GG's. Oh, jeez.
Probably what I'll be doing a lot of today. Telling people to get their stomachs pumped out and picking up grandma's. Yeah, there's a memorial parade, I guess, in downtown area near where I live. I'm going to that today, and then my buddy coming in love to turn red, so he invited me over to fucking have some. I'm coming. I'm gonna be there.
XDEFIANT, don't be true. Don't add SBMM.
Sorry about the echo.
I need to get my group. No, I need to get my group of friends together for cookout. Shit was fun. I need to go to the range.
Yeah, you and me both.
I've never been to a firing range.
Well, I need to move, and then I need to go to the firing range.
Well, what state are you in?
in?
And because of that, no autos.
Yeah, that, and, you know, even half of my guns are illegal. Yeah, no, my AR-15, I came home on my safe one because fucking go to the range with it in Illinois. Dude, I live in New York. I hate it. Yeah, it's the same bullshit here.
They don't have full
automatics anymore. I'm moving to Vermont. Vermont's a lawless medium.
Still SMG pistols I'm working on. Okay.
I mean, I don't need any full automatic yet. I'm supposed to be working with a friend of mine who deals in, he makes AR-500 steel targets. And he's opening a gun shop. So, I might be purchasing some toys from him. Yeah, I might go purchase a shipper to Michigan. Well, it's not that I live there. No, I'm going to work for him, is what I'm saying, so I will fall under him. Because as soon as all those surplus M249s hit the markets, I am buying the two. And what do you ride for a Harley?
I got a Sporty and
Road King. I got a Road King.
yeah, and Maroon Red.
Baby blue with sparkles. Nice. The 94, it's the first year it was made.
Mine's a
08. My grandfather switched to a 2016, and I suddenly found myself with a motorcycle in my garage. Another one.
That's not bad.
How he got it in my garage that was locked, I don't know.
You don't
ask questions. No, I actually know my grandfather. It's not a great idea.
Exactly.
He's not a man of a lot of words. But, he's been saying for years, I'm gonna get you off that sport bike, And then I go out and buy another sport bike. And then my aunt goes out and buys, his daughter goes out and buys another sport bike, and, you know, he's quietly rumbling in the corner every time we roll up on him. I have my Harley in my garage. I have a 94 Road King, a 2008 Ninja 650R, a 2008 CBR 1000 RR, and a 99 Yamaha FJR 1300.
How's that Yamaha ride?
Probably not at all, but it's smooth, it's faster than shit. I mean, Christ, it's a 1300.
Yeah, my 40 is 1200, so
Yeah.
it's just, it doesn't go up that fast, and it's like cross like it's pretty rough Yamahas.
I was gonna say, my Yamaha will dust you right off the line.
Yeah.
My CBR just scares me most of the time.
I think the fastest bike I ever rode on was a Hayabusa.
I got my shit dusted by a Hayabusa last week.
I pushed the Hayabusa up to about 190. And that's it. There's fun.
Well, I was riding out on the highway and I was doing like 107, and my friend told me like, hey, there's numbers on that. So I started doing the gears, and I heard this dude coming over my bike. And I'm like, oh, he's gonna get fucking pulled over. I'm tapping my fucking helmet as he passes me, and he just looks at me with the dumbest look ever on his face. No helmet, in shorts and a t-shirt. I'm like, you motherfucking death wish. About 10 minutes later, I come up and he's got 3 state troopers behind him.
Okay.
And one of the state troopers fucking gigantic him, and I'm like, oh, I know the trooper. Yeah, that sounds like fun times. Trooper was an MP in the Marine Corps. Yeah, good friend of mine. There's also a motorcycle rider. Around here, it's, when he wants to like be safe, that's usually the conversation you get. Like, let's have to go tell your mom that they have a super outside the shop. That's the biggest thing around here. Like, anytime you get out of the motorcycle call, it's not going to explain the chopper. For me, like I said, he handed me a helmet, and he's like, you're gonna need, at the very least, I told him, I'm like, I don't wear helmets. He's like, you need to wear a helmet on this. This thing scares the fuck out of me, and this dude's been riding for, 15, 20 years. He's like, I know you're one of those fucking, running gun types, but this bad boy will get away from you if you're not careful. And so I took the helmet just out of courtesy and everything like that, and I put it on. And I start riding, and
down the hallway, and that thing scared the fuck out of me. I'm like, I haven't been scared of anything in my life, but that was definitely fucking.
My ex, she used to get on me so bad about the motorcycle thing. But I was going to Pittsburgh when I lived down there this year, and she texted me, "Where are you? We need to talk." And apparently it was just about dinner. You know, like, you know, Cindy, we need to talk. And I was on my seat. You're gonna make me fucking. I was on my CPR, and she heard me coming from the highway. I fucking hit fist in like a split second. And I pulled into her fucking driveway, and she's like comes off the porch, "What the fuck is your issue?" I said, "You said we need to talk, so I got here faster." And she goes, "About dinner." I said, "Well, Siri just said we need to talk." Like, it read the text, and that's all I heard. And she goes, "Okay, next time I'm saying, what do you want for dinner? Not we need to talk about dinner." But I got real careful about my wife said I got about 10 years. I got in a lot of trouble. I almost got kicked off my EMS agency because I was out riding the bike and I had my radio in my ear, just listening to the calls, and I hear a volley trolley agency. You know, mine was volunteer, but 2 towns over, and they're a 2-truck station, and I knew all their calls, their guys that were at work. They get toned out for a 4-year-old choking, steadily losing breathing and consciousness. And I'm like, okay. And one of their guys grabbed his radio at work and immediately deferred it to the next agency. Next agency went 3 towns with no answer. Nobody bothered to call dispatch and said, "Hey, send it to the guys that have a duty truck." I stopped by, text my chief. I said, "Hey, I have my go bag on me. Do you want me to head that way?" And he goes, "We're going to get the call, so probably. How far are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm probably 20 minutes out, but I'm making it about 8. And he goes, "Just get there alive." The state trooper was already responding. We got the call. I sent a text to dispatch that I was responding, AEMT, and I was waiting for the ambulance. I got there in about 7 minutes flat. I passed a state trooper who was doing about 90. Because most of their troopers down there in PA are medically certified. I passed him like he was fucking standing still.
The fuck was that?
I was making sure I didn't even fucking hit a squirrel or nothing. He said all he heard was my bike shifting gears, saw my blue lights on my motorcycle, saw me, and then I was gone. I went around him like fucking grease lightning. I left the fucking bike in 3rd gear in that driveway. I fucking laid it down right on its fucking side and jumped right off of it. That kid, you know, I'm a dad, and I fucking, with the help of her mom, I was able to get the piece of broccoli out. And it's probably only because I got the save that I did not get my ass kicked. But that state trooper was pretty fucking close. My chief was pretty fucking close. And then he told my daughter's mom about it. She went out, she grabbed my tools, she took the wheels off my motorcycle. I wasn't allowed to ride for 2 weeks. But yeah, if I had hit a rock, a squirrel, if I had hit anything at that speed, I was gone.
Yeah.
And I don't think 130. I was on a CBR 1000. I think I was pushing 190. That bike scares me. Yeah. That bike scares me.
What?
I think I'm trading that one in for a street glide.
Now, I've heard the street glides are fun. They're real good for long distance rolling. And they still got some power to them. If you're going for a street glide, you want to go for at least a 118 or maybe even a 123.
The one I'm looking at is a 123.
Yeah.
He wants my Road King. It's the Harley dealer in Vermont.
I want your Road King X1.
He goes, I will personally buy that bike off of you. New dealership credit. Because I was entertaining 7.5 for that bike. It's a first year. There's 27,000 miles on it. It has all original part. No, it's a 30-year-old bike.
Yeah, with a 30-year-old bike with only 27,000 miles on it, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, my grandfather babied it.
Oh, man. Sounds like he babied it a little bit too.
Well, he had a shovel head he rode to work a lot of the time until he sold it.
Yeah, those shovel heads are far and few between nowadays.
Yeah, and he's kicking himself in the ass still.
Yeah, how much did he spend?
Oh, he got like 10 grand. He got like 10 grand out of that bike.
What about 20 at least for a shovel head? Oh.
And then he had a soft tail. That had to be 80s, 70s or 80s. Our garage used to be fucking full of Harleys.
Yeah, I got a brother of mine right now. He's in prison. He was my chapter dad with the Outlaw Motorcycle Club I'm with. Fucking, he literally worked on bikes all the time. Had a garage full of them. He literally sat there and made a bike with an engine in it that was made specifically by Paul Tull Sr.
Met him several times.
Yep. So he got this. He was told that he couldn't take the engine apart to fix it because I guess one of the interior components inside the engine dropped. One of the bars inside dropped, and fucking he couldn't get it to turn over. So Paul ended up.
Welcome back.
I guess he called and got a hold of his office and was talking to him for a while. And Paul said, "Send back over. I'll take a look at it. If I can, I'll send you a new engine. If I can fix it, I'll send you it back after it's fixed." Because I guess they had a guarantee with it that if it ever broke down, that they could send it back to California, and he would end up fixing it. So, he never got the chance to send it back because he went to prison. He's facing charges of 3 counts of aggravated DUI. He's facing, it's kind of like 12 felonies that he got charged with because he got into an accident, and he had meth, cocaine, and alcohol in his system when he got into the accident. So he kind of just royally fucked himself. Had a gun on him without a FOID card. It was a Ruger, semi-automatic. And then he had hollow points that weren't registered either, because they were recapped and homemade fucking hollow points that he ended up fucking redoing and everything like that to shave off that little clip in between the actual bullet and the cap. So he got charged for each of the bullets without having a FOID card and all that. He got charged for the gun. He He got charged for the aggravated DUI, 3 counts of that. And then he also got charged with, he got hit with more guns charges because he ended up hiding from the cops, and they sent the SWAT team to his house at 1 o'clock in the morning to serve a warrant to arrest him. They found more full automatic weapons in his house. They ended up finding an entire medical box that had grinders and everything for cocaine distribution. They found cocaine residue in it. Fucking, he got royally fucked up. So he got 35 years to life in prison, and so he's down in, I think it's Caranelia or something like that. Fucking Southern Illinois. I know that much.
I've met pretty much everyone from Tuttle's crew a couple times. I grew up in, I don't know if you've ever heard of Americade.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I grew up about 30 minutes north of where Americade happens. I wrote my road king down when my grandfather I got it at 19, so I've had that bike for 10 years now. And he, I wrote it up, and I was setting the stand up, and he walked up and he goes, "That's a really nice bike. That's really clean." And I said, "Thank you." And I turned around, I was like, "Holy shit!" 'Cause, I watched Orange County Choppers as a kid. Yeah, I was like, they're in New York. I want to meet them so fucking bad. And I literally said, "Holy shit!" And he goes, I know. And I shook his hand, and we talked about the bike, and he goes, "How much you offer that?" And I said, "There's no way my grandfather would kill me." And I said, "He just gave me this bike. He got a 2016, and we were talking about my grandfather rolls up and said, Grandpa, he wants to buy everything." And he goes, "What did you say?" I said, "No way, because you'd kill me." And he goes, "I'll think about it." I said, "Selling it or killing me?" He goes, "Yes." And that was the end of that conversation. We all laughed about it.
If somebody just says yes, that is a clear indication. Okay, I need to stop asking.
Yeah, no, my grandfather and I need to get out for a ride. He's 72, but I still kick my ass. He can ride those 1,000-pound bikes like no other. Right. But
Domination.
question.
This op's a bit raucous for the Echelon playbook, but I'm sure you'll manage.
So have you ever seen those
3,
military
2,
RP communities
1.
that they do?
Your mission is to
around?
secure the capture zones.
Yeah.
Team capturing Zone C.
What are your guys' opinions on most of them?
Most Milsim groups
Zone
are just
secured.
militias in disguise.
Militias in disguise?
Friendly. I'm detecting hostiles on Zone C.
I mean, a militia, a group of guys who get together and train and shoot guns. And
Capture zone secured.
airsoft is a great way to train without getting anybody hurt.
Yeah, it's just like paintball.
I don't mind the guys that are professional about it. The guys that are
Hostiles on the scope in Zone B. Friendly capturing Zone A.
They're, I don't know any of them personally, but there's a group of furries here in New York that Milsim. And
Never heard of a furry Milsim that hasn't been trained.
Was that revenge?
Yeah, they're very, very, very good. Like, I would not want to go against them in a gunfight. I'm thinking the first service guys, but, I'm getting my shit on my fucking furries, not my list.
What do you think of the
asking us to pick up my phone.
Oh, Rita.
Hold on.
So,
Let me look at the because they I'm not sure if you can fucking stumble through it.
Yeah, and also I was talking about it.
Capture zone contested. Friendly's going for zone B.
Our side. On the stream.
Capture zone secured.
If you need me to explain prolonged execution, it's
Hostiles
actually
on the scope in zone B. Team capturing zone C.
prolonged execution includes things like beheading, gas, everything.
Zone secured.
Yes, we actually have a game where we
I'm detecting hostiles on zone C.
mechanics detail for executions.
Nice.
Yes, we take you to the gas chamber. If you're worth pricing. There.
Capture zone contested.
And I can to explain the felon knife protocol. It's a theater where they try to
Friendly's going for zone B.
infiltrate the community and thus
Secured.
I've unlocked the P90.
No, it's referred to as we send in a bunch of guests for alt accounts. They go in, they get high enough ranks to start telling people to do, and then they start massacring them by having them leave their personal lives trapped.
About to lose B.
But my pagers are so I'm gonna compare.
After that, we have like universal rules and bullshit. I still have to write back up.
Team going for B. Zone secured.
It doesn't look too bad, but I need to go through it. I think he left. He left. Yeah, I think he left. Yeah, boring things.
Zone compromised.
Ah, good shots.
Take the zone, keep the zone. You know
Basically,
the
just
mission. Zone B compromised. Friendly's locking down zone C. I'll allow it.
Who died?
the guy that was speaking,
Oh.
I guess, died.
Capture zone secured.
Yeah, I don't think it looks too bad as it is right now. It's just I have to
Zone C
reevaluate.
compromised. We're
Because
losing.
that's what I have to make more panic. It's not really
Hostiles hold all capture zones.
just the size.
Start making some noise, agent.
For me,
Zone contested.
I had to
Zone secured.
and more rank system.
Okay.
Because the rank and file is not working well with them, which is causing me personally the army to have to watch for everyone all the time. Because people like to press that Geneva button whenever they feel like it. Negotiations peacefully when you have someone with their own gun and you're basically like a hostage to the original thing you're supposed to be in.
intact.
About to lose B.
Let's just say,
We're securing Zone A.
I recently heard that the reason why after a few hours of being offline, my community decided to raid some chancellor for another community.
Really? The fuck?
Yeah. Walked into their place thinking that he was going to
We're winning. Keep it up,
nice,
Agent.
friendly encounter, and instead, they popped up a dev rig and kept one officer with a gun fixed on him. And I drove the
You're about to win this, Agent. Stay focused. You're down, but never out, Agent. You got this.
Oh, that's bogus.
Heads up. I'm detecting our sonar tech in enemy hands.
which I mean,
Team's going for B.
it's kind of funny that you had
Ultra
Chandler
ready.
fucking blown over. Like, perfect. For being the most fearful, or at least fearful. Like, give me respect.
We're securing B.
He's also a medic, but didn't see his ranks. There's a reason why we called him
Zone
knights.
secured. Rogue Echelon Agent activated sonar goggles.
I think we call them company men instead of certain ranks.
You notched a win, Agent.
I still have to fix this one.
GG's. Oh, God. Ugh.
I have made up for the community and I regret it. I have to reposition all of these. So, are you able to see this or no? Ranks. Anybody?
Give me a second if my fucking... There we
It's like,
go.
take a picture. It's still, for some reason, showing that there's 0 on my end.
Yeah, I can see it now.
I know there's a lot. And to their Discord, sometimes people won't show up on the directory. So, obviously you go from, like, this is your base rank, you were a militant, you're in the academy, you go into training, you go into initiate, then you get to footsman, then you get siegeman, you get to one of your branches, basic branches, which is army, brigade, cavalry, 7-4 slash rank. AKA defense, offense, and ops. And from there, you might be specialized in further. There's where I came from. I'm actually studying or no sim, I guess, is what they run it. When we talk about drugs, I mean, I recommend Section 8 firework quadrants, because they're kind of the drug term for it right now. As in, like, the scary demo man that's drinking fucking alcohol while he's burning a whole entire village.
Yeah.
Don't hold me. It's terrifying to watch them go, because I literally just let them loose for like an hour, and crash the server.
Damn.
It's
They all
people
live
away.
from 3 different countries.
People away from drinking, not free.
Yeah, so obviously go through all these sections. And honestly, you have like the captains, the majors, the staff lieutenant, officer second class, vice captain, squad captain, field lieutenant, officer first class, investigatory officer, director, manager, chief, companyman. Then companyman goes into knight, knight lord, knight commander, knight champion, lord of the Night Order. And that goes all the way up to Dread General, which is General 1 Clover, 2 Clover, 3 Clover, Dread Lord. And then you would be put to either one of the councils, which would be the Council of the Shields, Defense, priorities inside the building. And then Council of the Blades, which is offense, everything outside the building, if that makes sense. Basically, internal affairs, external affairs. In nation, outside nation. Does anyone get that idea? Slow down.
I'm listening and understanding. I'm just also trying to. I'm just trying to remember. I'm streaming as well.
Probably the only person you get an answer from is a drug person right now, which is I. Makes sense at the same time.
Yo.
Did you catch what I said?
Sorry. What?
Hello?
I'm still here.
I think this mic died again.
Oh.
I swear. It's those dollar store mics that get you, man.
Yeah.
You just order WYC headset that comes with a with a 3.5 millimeter fucking microphone.
Yeah, I have to make this larger because this is out of date. There's too many people to maintain this structure.
That makes sense.
Like, I'm going to actually have to put in, like, squad sergeants and everything, and I'm going to have to put in, like, staff, all the rigs up. Because I'm going to actually have to put in staffing ranks. I'm going to hate this. Because there's too many people for this system to work effectively. All of this, let me say this clearly, a Roblox military sim community.
That's a lot of work for just kids to play.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
For teenagers. To make sure they don't start fucking bombing each other.
Don't consider kids by our age standards.
Well, yes, but I mean, to manage these kids, I have to add more ranks. Because kids like to murder each other. Well, let me go check the main server. How many kids?
Does Roblox really count how many kids are actually on the server?
Well, Discord keeps track of how many people is likely to put into the same group. So, in the Discord server here, we have 67, but that's counting in the amount of people who don't talk interactively, which would be 157. And if I go over to the main Roblox group through Roblox, it's 2K. Way too big.
Yeah, but the official Roblox. So the way I see it,
I'll put it this way. I have to literally set them up so that they're actually able to tactically take on a American build set that actually has actual combat bits to play it.
That's pathetic for failure.
No, actually, it's quite scary that we have actually started to bully the crap out of Navy officers.
So you call them special ed?
No, I'm calling the Marine soldier that tried talking shit to me that got his whole entire team grouped and then killed. Special.
I think they're really...
Especially when he got mad. When he tried to threaten me online. And then he started eating shit. As bullets and hell rained down.
He's special ed.
Let's just say child soldiers are apparently very effective.
Well, look at what they grew up with, like Call of Duty and other such games.
And
They
then,
should talk from an adult.
right. And then, like, you take that, okay, and you just focus that into a hardened laser beam. Okay? Of just, here's your enemy. Here is your target. You have this much time that I'm giving you to completely and utterly demolish them. And then bring the survivors back so that we can have public executions of them, one by one, live.
As drunk as I am, that makes sense to have teenagers that deal with Call of Duty chat, that in the brief military individuals we put into a combat group, they will accomplish so much shit.
You see, if I can actually make them smart enough to pass a military exam, I'm going to be impressed, and also kind of sad.
Well, what military want people that just follow rules and not think for themselves?
What do you think they do with half these kids? They're not thinking enough already. I'm just making it so that, like, the ones that can think are extremely talented at telling others how to think. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather see a military marine able to scare the shit out of you by, thinking for 5 seconds and figuring out how to terminate your whole entire base than that military marine who doesn't even know how to fucking read.
So, narcissistic, dark teenagers grouped with mentally challenged individuals that don't think for themselves.
Yeah.
I'm drunk enough, but I'm following her along pretty well.
I don't know how I was able to achieve it, but it works. Terrifyingly. It works too well, and I don't like it. Because you gotta remember, if you can make 2K kids tactically start maliciously wiping out bases, one after the other, in a war, in a game, imagine what happens when they get drafted.
Kind of reminds me of that one movie where they put kids.
I'm sorry. Didn't this happen before in history? We don't need this to repeat.
Bro, no one cares about your life problems, Mew.
World War III, I know that I'm prepared. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I am not partaking in that.
What's that?
War against you. Causing mass genocide.
Weaponizing.
Wait, what? Repeat that?
Patriotic abuse, sir.
There is a movie that involves teenagers in space that haven't happened with a game that is
Occupied. Marking the objective and pushing coordinates to your offset.
No matter what the answer is
3, 2, 1. Take the capture zone. Follow it when it changes location.
Because of a cascade effect of the kids race in a battle.
We're locking down the zone. The zone is dangerous.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but I think I know it.
Using drones, you said?
On drones, a lot of pilots releasing. Not that they were unmanned pilots, but they were actually.
Capture zone contested.
You can't use policy automatically.
I know the film. It's just the name's escaping me.
I can't remember the name.
We're on the zone.
Actually, an idea for how to make airplanes. But no, that wouldn't work in the setting.
Capture zone is moving. Locations are offset now.
Yeah, that would work. Of course, like in Victorian ages, we don't have technology that's great. Base version can't have anything too expensive for anyone to make, realistically. So. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. Is it Ender's Game? Jackie?
Ender's Game? It probably is.
that revenge?
I don't know. I know about that one, but I didn't think of that until now.
Allies on the zone. Capture zone
My
is
knowledge
moving.
of any that come out are probably no, because I got to watch Good Morning Vietnam recently.
The zone's in danger.
Yeah, but I don't really know a lot of the older movies than that.
Capture zone
I
contested.
watch
Allies on
like, I don't know a lot of
Because Ender's Game is pretty
yeah, but I know about that one. At least originally, because the setting
Zone
for
under
the game
assault.
is completely different from that. Like,
different, but as long as the policy is
Capture zone is moving. Sending new locations to your offset now.
it's all roleplay when it comes to Russian history in that game. Like, you have to release them very quickly. So it's hard in that case. Because, yes, we have magic, but magic works similar to technology. In the fact of, you need a fuel source, and you need a mathematical pattern for this thing to work.
What is the question for you? In modern times versus technology?
In our case, the fact is, in our case, the actual setting is, there is magic. We're in a steampunk Victorian era where magic, monsters, and various other things exist. That's it, right?
Capture zone is moving.
Like, separate roadmap of
zone. This is a rough op, but you're a pro. You'll bounce back.
Myself. The purest form of magic is the basic of matter. The building blocks of the referred to as aether, which is what happens when
capture zone contested. Capture zone is moving. Sending new location to your OPSAT now.
Bullet, come on!
Like the raging free aether, or aether is by basically absolutely did atomically destroy
We're locking down the zone.
the item in question, and then just reducing every single part of it into electrons and photons. Basically, yeah. But magic.
And I use the same thing.
Zone under assault.
Yes, but I'm explaining this to you in a second. This is like you just put it in the information. Explaining it previously was.
Go for the face.
Dragons exist. They will fight. They have a venom sack.
Capture zone is moving.
As a venom attack, it won't be able to work.
Capture zone
We'd
contested.
have to have overreact.
Yeah. Their tongue is very choppy.
The zone's
And
in
since they
danger.
rub against their tongue, and it breaks apart.
Come on, you're telling me I only had a bullet left in my pistol? Fuck off.
I mean, guns exist, yes, but they don't work with gunpowder.
Have to fall apart and talk to people. We'd have to have more.
Allies in the zone.
They need someone with iron shit. Yeah, no, they literally will eat their way
Zone under assault.
face.
Capture zone is moving. Sending new location to your OPSAT now.
Yeah, kind of. That's the main radiation that created the problem. It's not even look more like a Chinese dragon.
Heads up. I'm detecting our sonar tech in enemy hands. Capture zone contested.
There are variations of dragons and werewolves. Like, they're separate species in a degree, but they have a common ancestor. The raging werewolf states some species of both. Yeah,
I'll allow it.
granted, it's a predatory species. They have a great bird like big grandpa that likes
We're locking down the zone.
Okay, that's bullshit.
Zone under assault.
If you were if you saw my stream, you would definitely know exactly
You're
what.
not screaming.
No, streaming. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube.
I can't say that.
You will, yeah, like I sent the link into self promo. Sorry if I got a speech impediment issue. Yep, that's me.
Capture zone is moving. Sending new location to your OPSAT now.
On Discord, and automatic replay to the live yeah, but giving the
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll show you guys, I guess, one of the things, kind of give you an idea of the setting.
Alright.
Even though it's getting off my head.
Mission wrapping up. If only I could push some last-minute
allow
bulletproof
me to
tactics to
explain
your
how
options.
airships work, because
We're on the
back in their
zone.
history, this is actually how they started traveling. They started using boats, and then negotiations between the Earth
Okay.
and man, another land-based species, completely just broke down. So now they have to
Capture zone is moving.
dangerously high
Capture zone contested.
some areas in order to transport shit.
The zone's in
Like in
danger.
order to get your salt, they have to mine it, and then they have to put it
We're
on a
locking
ship,
down the zone.
and then launch it into the sky. Like it will actually lift itself up and start moving.
Zone ready for deployment.
And it's on my nerves. It is basically a floating rock, or a series of floating rocks that are using sails to navigate, with a few other things used to actually control those.
Hostiles are winning, Agent. Capture zone contested. Rogue Echelon agent activated sonar goggles. Zone changing location.
With me there.
Remember the mission. Get on the capture zone.
Yes, but humans I would be able to actually look at something.
Live your best life, little guy.
I'm still gonna say it like this. Even like this.
Mission accomplished.
This thing is creating its own gravitational pull to each one of these discs.
What's the difference? We can go back in town, remember? North and south pole track, separate poles and set magnetic field. British alternate. Just have to have a polarized opposite, and that is supposed to have a hovering object.
Yeah, but it causes way more energy to do that, and it also causes a lot more time because we actually have to find the exact area in which it would work. And certain spaces in certain regions, it would completely just crash because it would no longer be able to function.
That's where you use the, I don't know what the hell the material is. Kind of a sheet that shows the
Meanwhile, in
magnetic
these
field
things
of the
cases,
magnet.
the reason why these guys have their own magnetic field, it literally generates itself around the ship, is for defensive reasoning. So, when you fire a cannonball at them, it will go straight forward, and then when it hits the magnetic field, or say the gravitation field, it'll actually curve downwards. And it also reduces things like wind drag.
So, all you need is a sensor that detects the Earth's magnetic field on an oscillating magnetic field on the outside of the current rock you repeat that would use nuclear fission to change the magnetic field off of the sensor to control elevation.
You're thinking futuristic, I'm trying to explain magic.
Magic is technically far advanced technology.
It
But fantasy settings, fantasy rules.
Cavemen sparked into flint rocks doing with each other, or the spark is technically magic. Different from magic in technology is understanding of the principle.
I'm going to repeat myself when I say this.
magic is science we don't understand.
Yes, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, I'm not going to change a whole entire game's settings and lore to have to repeat myself over and over on the same fact I've been saying. Fantasy settings, fantasy rules.
Yes, we understand that.
Magic. Technology is technology, science is science.
Basically, dumbed down girls to it, advanced technology.
Yes. dumbed down rules to achieve some forms of advanced technology. However, there are certain limitations to the technology because the understanding of actual technology compared to what that you can achieve is more simple. Basically,
I'll be right back.
Actually, cheesy effect, it just doesn't.
or people keep researching the brick that keeps doing magic shit, so they start learning ways to apply what the brick can do.
Okay. There's like a more human nanite that people still use. I don't know.
Yes, but they're not nanites.
I'm drunk and I'm sorry if I argue too much.
Let me put it this way. No, there is no nanites involved. There is no sciencey, crazy bullshit going on besides. It's just different types of material, different types of ore, and different types of chemicals that react differently. Kind of like having a addition to your periodic table. Elements that are not normal, as in the fact of they are naturally occurring, but in, like, say, our reality, the IRL reality, they don't exist. But in their reality, they do exist, and they're commonly used, and there are various applications for them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, my brain just wants to put it as a civilization that is still experimenting to understand things that yet to achieve science technology, but they're misinterpreting what's happening. It's like potassium and water. It's fire magic.
The problem is, in their reality, potassium doesn't exist, or it is named something different, and it's not as effective as what one type of chemical compound can do, such as Ignis, which is literally used for napalm and other pyrotechnical effects. It's also used as fuel, and it's 10 times more effective as fuel because you can make it from tree sap from a certain type of tree. It's like rubber, but it burns for days.
Basically, magma, which is ignis.
No, think you expose it to air and it just blows. Like, imagine like you have a closed door inside of a house, and it's full of fire. Everything's burning in there. Everything is accelerating the heat. You put any air to it, it will blow out the fucking windows and everything else. That is 1 inch of a small cube of Ignis.
Okay.
Pure, unadulterated chemical compound called Ignis.
I get what you're saying, but I'm also a logic rated thing. By our standards.
By our standard, then yes, it is incorrect. It doesn't make sense. In their standards, one small inch cube of that stuff can literally power a whole entire house for about 4 to 5 hours. What it means by literally just letting it be.
Basically,
It's magic being used in science.
yeah, technically for us, it would be magma being used to create thermal electricity by producing steam that uses a steam electromagnetic engine that produces magnetic poles that like holes through and connect some type of group that produces
That's basically what it's doing. That's basically what it's doing. That's how they would use it for, like a low large house. And a small cube, it's about like an inch in diameter.
Use your intuition and imagination.
All you would have to do basically is put it inside of a little brick container, put it on top of a water boiler, steam tower.
It's
Yeah, that's what it does. Although I recommend not touching it or, anything. But, like, it's permanently that way. Unless the Ignis purposely turns into something else by being forced to. Same laws of thermodynamics and other things don't apply, technically. Because Ignis itself is the very condition of fires and everything else. It's not physically tangible.
For us, it would be basic science. For them, it would be magic based on that understanding and word usage. And
For us and them, it would be, they understand that to create a, square inch of Ignis, or in this case, a prolonged Ignis spell, you would have to write out the formula for Ignis. Or you can get a square cube of hate tree sap and merely awaken its latent ability. And in order to use it to heat up a boiler pan, to them, they understand that A, Ignis heats up things. It causes heat. B, if I put this steel pot on top of it, I can cook with it.
sometimes we chat and all trying to breathe and trying to grow it.
Right. Yeah, they understand that it's a thing. And we understand it in a different way. To us, it just sounds like an infinite power source. Or at least a power source that's far more simpler to make than having to grind out sulfur.
Right. So, explain to me what this idea of yours is. Like, is it something you're making? Is it thought out thing? What is it?
That's just one of the magic. This is one of the systems for a game that I think as well as a game that I have to manage at this point because I am literally the only developer. I was trying to explain how the magic system works in the regards of like room crafting and elemental refinery, which is commonly used for mechanisms and ships and stuff like that.
Have a big goal.
Not like a big goal, it's more explained how the mechanics and everything works when it comes to more advanced weaponry and engineering and stuff. Sulfur is very, very, very poor compared to it. You burn through more sulfur than you would Ignis, if that makes sense.
Well, the way you described it, the closest thing I can even think that would do the same as nitroglycerin, but it burns too fast.
Yeah, it burns too fast, and you would burn through all of it before even lifting the damn thing up. These guys have a chemical that will literally last hours and do the same thing. There's other elements as well. One of them being literally the absence, or basically black hole type of technology. Dwarves commonly will use it actually inside airships because they can use it to make a compression chamber that creates energy that way. Basically, they connect the suction part to a vacuum. The vacuum connects onto one rotor or motor or whatever and turns it. And then creates charge by turning that knob.
So you're really sticking with the mechanical kind of build type architecture.
Yeah. They use simplified, kind of Victorian-ish designs when it comes to everything, or what you would see in like a steampunk novel.
Something of the
Like, you see how this ship is?
Are you moving right now?
I'm not. This is like a proto design for one of the really small ships. But this guy uses tentacle elemental interaction.
Did you say technical?
No, technical elemental. As in, it uses electricity.
Technical. Yeah, technical.
Yes.
Yeah. I do like the design. It's very cool.
And this ship actually will lift up a little bit. And actually, you can touch on to ground ports, which is kind of a nice bonus to starting players, because ground ports are kind of essential. I think it's the point where, like, you're higher level, you're going to have to, like, land larger ships on skyports, which are a little bit fewer, but they provide a lot more resources and shit. This is one of the military-styled ships that is really old. I have to redo the whole thing, because see how bad it looks? Yeah, you see how bad the ship looks, though?
Those beds.
Those were mechanics, yeah.
It looks like
Horrible.
shit.
It looks like shit, yeah. I have to rebuild the whole thing, too. Like, I have to... Yeah, so if you're like a engineer, and like your team has an engineer, you can interact with this and repair it. If someone comes along and gets on the ship, they can blow this part out, and it will literally take the ship out. Oh, and you will die. Ship will explode. Take out all these four things, it will take out the engineering for, or just the power source for these things to fire, so they will not be able to fire.
Shoot, I got a D&D buddy who actually created my ship for Viron Black.
I have to literally get someone to come along and fix up all of this, because it is horrible. Like, I have to redo the whole brig, because the brig is at the nose. Because the idea is that the brig's uncomfortable with the smallest ship, and then I have to redo this whole ship right here, and redo the nose structure on this whole thing. And then I have to build the cargo on this whole thing, which is going to be on its nose. So the cargo is going to be in the front, and also towards the back. The back I have to finish, because right now, this is like engine 1, and it's not even done. This is engine 1, right here. The next engine is back here, and that's used for supplying this one when this one goes out. It's also the main battery engine for the larger cannons, right here, which I have yet to finish. And look how big this ship is compared to like a normal player. I'm a player, okay? Let me just keep zooming out there.
Is this Roblox?
This is Roblox. This is Roblox Studio. Hi there, I'm a Roblox.
Lord, it's changed a lot since I last played.
Not really. It's just people are starting to learn how to actually use the mechanics of Roblox again itself. And people
I last played in 2009.
Oh, yeah, it's changed a bit, but not a lot. It's just they've added more server space, which was the main thing that held up everything.
Yeah, that could be.
I hate Roblox's moderation.
Roblox's moderation has always been shit. There's no way you can fix that.
Shoot, I was like, I would go on Roblox, just to play, COD games.
Right. So, you can see this player, right?
Hang on a sec. Yep, I see it.
He's standing on one of the ships. This is a destroyer class ship. Does this look like an actual city killer?
It doesn't, but is it?
Yeah.
It does. It looks more of like a yacht.
Okay, alright. Well, some pieces up front of it kind of made it look more destroyer.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so there's a forward cannon, and then if you come up here, this hasn't been built, but there's going to be another cannon here. And there's going to be up here a bunch of A.K.As and A.K.A system all on top of this, which is technically the bridge and everything. Then there's going to be the first engine. You can go back and there's even more. Like, the ship's not done, but for some reason I have a lot of work. It does not like me. And then I have to put on the rings, which is what these are. You see that thing in the air, floating?
Yeah, that floating sun star ring or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. This is literally a destroyer ring. It's basically just a warp drive on airships. It allows it to literally punch a little wormhole between spaces.
Damn.
Fast travel, basically. It's also used to cross realities. So, for example, if they wanted to, they could punch a hole and go to the Star Wars universe. If they have the right numbers and the right frequency, they can literally just use that thing to punch a hole into whatever reality they want to. So what happens is, this outer ring will go forward, like it will levitate itself forward in front of the ship, okay? And then this thing will charge up and amp itself up to that frequency, and then the vapor charge itself. And then jump forward right to the ring, punch the tear into reality, which will create the wormhole and stuff, right in the area of which the inner ring is.
Damn. Okay.
And then they can just go right through.
I hungry.
And then when the outer ring, or should I say when they're through, this ring will come through with them.
Okay.
Actually drag this one with them. It's an sight when you see like 5 of these things above your city.
Shoot, I'd be terrified if I saw any of them at all.
Plus, this thing hasn't been like armed. Like I have to build the whole entire gun section right here.
Uh-huh.
Like this whole rocket piece is just a series of guns. Like, here's one row, here's a second row. And above here is the hangar for all the ships, planes that they can actually disperse. Because the way that these ships are made is they actually will carry their own fighters and everything. They'll just launch them out. So this piece will lift up, and then you'll see like basically World War II, really early era, and World War One planes just launching out of the damn thing.
Okay.
Maybe going around the other side to resupply and everything, because they're their own manufacturing and everything. Like, they can repair their ships just by having them come in. After that, you have a smaller landing deck where we have these guys.
Okay.
Which are like little tiny, rowboats, basically, but airship based. After that, we have the launching deck, which is not built, which allows them to actually drop these little drop pods. Let me just zoom in on one of these. So, see this?
Yeah.
That's a drop pod that can drop 4 armed soldiers at a time. Or it could be carrying a fused reactor and then a warp portal reactor. The fused reactor, what it does is it drops down and acts like a power core. And if you drop like a few teleporters, boom, you now have instant transportation between the ship and the ground. Now they can just basically heal people on the ship, hold them back up onto the ship from a teleporter, and just split it on the ground, and then send out troops in designated areas. And turn it on and off whenever. And they can also make a relay, which will allow them to actually pull from, like, say, local barracks, depending on how far it is. Which means the whole entire empire can come along and fuck you up. Terrifying, right?
Yeah. I'm currently doing a Star Wars campaign with my buddy, and we currently have it on hold right now, but when we get back up into it, it's gonna be beautiful.
Right. But yeah, just imagine the American Navy. Only they went, hold my beer. I'm going to call the army, and I'm going to drop them all right here. Can you feel the terror? It's like giving the American army warp, like, portal travel, basically. And then telling them, hey, you have enemy on the other end. Go fuck them up. Or, Stargate SG-1, I guess. Maybe. Only in this case, they're the ones invading. I get too rambly when it comes to this. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, looks fun, right? First wave, you're drop shipped, and then the next wave, you're coming out of a portal. Am I wrong to say that that would be kind of terrifying?
It kind of would.
And so far, we are one of the few nations that actually have achieved that in this game. The dwarves are the spacefarers, but they don't really do too much on ground in the game anymore.
Yeah.
Well, we're like, oh, don't touch the roads. Don't touch the citizens. And most of all, don't touch my cars.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, there's actually one more thing, too.
Don't touch the boats?
No.
Obviously.
You want to live? Rule 1. Don't touch my gun.
No. Rule 1 is don't touch my boats. Simple. Like, the American army thinks that they're scary when it comes to touching boats? I've literally wiped out 3 nations for aiming at them.
Just be like, why are you aimed at? Are you aimed at us? Oh no, we're actually looking to see exactly who you are and who are you? We're U.S. Okay, we now know who you are. Continue on.
In our case, actually, it's called the Dreadwood Kingdom. Like, oh, the Dreadwood Kingdom. I'm gonna keep my guns aimed at you for a good 5 minutes as you pass into a local port. Proceeds to open up dropping deck. What were you going to do now? Oh, we'll look away. Too late now. They literally got to hear the lovely sound that I enjoy so much. Do you want to hear the sound of utter hatred? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I even have the original clip that I used to make the sound of this one gun that we used to strafe turrets.
I'll be right back. Give me a minute. You guys still there?
Yes. Did you make that sound? Did you hear it?
Go ahead.
Did you hear it?
I don't think I did.
I will get a better sounding one, but it's basically. Think of that, but modified sound beefier and A10 Warhog having a child.
Oh, okay. I know where you're getting at now.
And it can go for a full minute. Terrifying, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And that's on one of these ships. Like, you see this model for, like, the rough draft version of it?
Yeah.
There's a whole row of those things. Whole row. And they're made specifically for AA. But, if you turn them down just a smidge, they seem to be very good at taking out turrets. And also taking out the whole entire team controlling one. Because apparently elves chose to be dumb and make it where 3 people were required to fire turrets.
I'm sorry.
About, like,
3 to operate 1.
yes. Like, you know those really shitty artillery guns where you just need a gunner?
Mm-hmm.
And a hammer guy?
Yeah.
You know what the third person's doing?
Loading.
Nope. Same thing as the guy who's giving the ammunition. Because the way their guns are built is they have the gunner on one side and they have the loader on the other side. The third person is sitting literally behind that loader. And you know what his job is?
What?
He's a radio. I'm not shitting you. He is just a radio. Like he says, for example, what I saw last time in their trainings, it was like, Mike 4, which is, Mark, and then Mark up 4. A.K.A. lift up 4.
Dude, all of those are just gonna confuse my brain. Just tell me, just tell me, lift it up 4, bring it down, bring it down, down 4, turn it left this far, turn it right that far.
Specifically, just so they know how to do this, which is Mark L4, so Mark left 4, which means left 4, and then Mark 1, which is lift up 1. Ready, fire, blah, blah, blah. Which means ready, which means he brings forward the arming shaft, which is a piston piece that literally is referred to as a crank. And what happens is, he leans over, he pulls crank forward, the arming pin pulls it in, loads it into the machine, he lets go, he hits on his trigger, he fires.
Okay.
That's it. You know how many people it takes to fire one of those guns on a ship that my guys use?
One.
Yep. This is your arming pin. This is your moving pin. You pull it out. You lift up. You push it in. To turn. We have a reason for saying Mark. The There's is 2 of these little bastards. And then guess what happens?
You push the button and you fire.
Pretty simple, right? It looks so simple, doesn't it?
Easier said than done.
Like, they're British Navy. I understand this. Well, they're British / French Navy, but I understand this. But, 3 people to fire 1 cannon. Anti-air cannon. That is longer than this thing. If I was to say I use anything else but 1 person, do all 3 of those, maybe 2 if I, have a hard time loading a belt-fed machine. Essentially just loading off a box.
Yeah.
You load ammunition from. I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty easy to automate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, after multiple attempts of me fucking up and be like, wait, okay, we got the, okay, I got this now.
There's a belt fed, and it's basically it's basically 2 guns. They're just rotating and firing, okay? Ours is 6 barrels. 6 barrels, okay?
Mm-hmm. And I love 6 barrels. The more the merrier.
Theirs is only 2. And it takes them twice as much time. Ours is a belt fed that's literally fed off a conveyor line. Lore-wise, it's a conveyor line that is literally feeding them into the ammunition chute, which is then fed into the automatic clip. We are creating more bullets than our guns need, which is why we load more of the extra bullets into planes as they restock and repair. Because the way that this whole ship works is every part of the ship that is used, or I should say every single form of waste, is turned into aether. It is turned into an energy cell pack, which is then fed back into the engine, which then feeds all the other systems. A.K.A. Your poop is used for fuel.
That's hilarious, but really good for freaking fuel, but real good for fuel sufficiency, and I'm pretty sure you also use that for fertilizer too.
Your dirty napkins, also fuel. Guess what? We don't have to stop at port to make fresh water. That's the thing with being able to turn something into the basic material, the primary material of all life and death. Matter. That is what aether is simplified down as. It is raw matter at its undefined potential. The use of magic is actually giving this matter instructions and telling it what to do. Which is why we like to gas people when they do very bad things in our name. Because, yeah. Hey guys, I need to build the chambers of that ship. Yeah. So we have air. We also have planes. We also have cars that are barely built on my end.
Quick, what? Just a quick.
We have motorcycles, oddly enough.
Sorry to get off topic here, but this is a quick food question.
What?
I said sorry to get off topic here, but
I can't hear what you're saying.
oh, that's weird.
Your mic is acting up all kinds of wucky today.
Of course, my mic wants to be like this now.
But yeah,
Sound better?
most of it is just now it hasn't checked itself. I can kind of tell what you're saying by like listening hard, but that's about it. I think it's just you have something covering it, maybe.
Oh, I shouldn't. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna transfer this to my PlayStation, but I won't be able to see your stream. All right.
No worries, I can send screenshots.
Okay.
But real quick, you want to see what the elves' uniforms look like?
Sure. Go ahead.
I'm literally streaming it now. Do you feel bad for them yet?
Yes.
This is what my army looks like.
Just freaking Fallout shelter looking like and Templar looking like, yeah.
This is out of date. These two are still out of date. I need to update them. But, here is a section 1 called Custodian full plate armor. That is their basic armor uniform. Complete with the banner, insignia, and everything, and the motto. There's my name on there. This thing actually sways and swivels and all that stuff and all that fun jazz.
Mm-hmm.
So they have their own little seal. They have their rank emblemized on their shoulder pad. This private rank or the support rank.
Okay.
And obviously you have the belt. They look terrifying, don't they?
They do.
Would you believe me if I told you that that guy is basically a super mutant of a person who was sent into the hellfire of the battle? One man versus 100 people, armed with basically a elongated spear that has a gun attached to it. It's not like an automatic gun, but like those single shots, pump fire shotguns. You got a shotgun on a stick. That's all he's equipped with, other than a chainsword, maybe. And that's even if he's, survived the impact being dropped to the ground. Like a Spartan from Halo. The terror is real, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Imagine throwing that dude in Warhammer 40K, equipping him with a shovel, a bolter, and a freaking chain sword.
These guys could probably go toe to toe with Astartes, if not Custodian. Like, they get heretically scary when you piss them off. Because they're just, it's the same thing as like a Psyker Loose in that case, because these guys actually have full direct power over magic in a way. Their armor is made specifically to just allow them to channel. Like, the reason why they are basically working because that armor is not built to let everything out. It's built to suck every form of emotion, pain, anger, everything in, and then make them focus it into strength, power, dexterity, and everything else. Like, pissing these guys off is akin to pissing off a primal.
If the Emperor from Warhammer 40K had a text-to-speech device.
And while these guys are running around with clear is used as a show as well. Do you know if there's armor's landed? I have no idea. They say we're winning and then they just disconnect the server and they get a free win. What do you mean disconnect the server? So there's some things wrong with the growing. So what happens to you for it? Is it the game will let you do it again? It's like that the game. That's fine.
Well, that's the last of my hibiscus tea from work. Time to move on to the lemon elderberry.
So, these guys are called the Section 7. They are basically... think of a cloaker, but set up to froggy gear and murder you. Gorillas go on top.
Thank you! The fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? What is going on? Are we good? Ah, finally. Yeah, that's probably how I'm gonna do to do this. Oh, and by the way, I am streaming, but hold on. I just need to check my stream real quick. See if I can hear you guys in. No, I can't. I can't even I can't hear you guys in my live stream, which it's weird with it's weird when it comes to Discord and me streaming from my my PS5. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Kind of like the color of like salamander armor from Warhammer, because of the green and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah! Die! Hey, Shep, what's up? Oh, wow. Shindigs and shenanigans. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that from PC. It's all from mobile, and I have the chat connected to my PS5. So if I were to bring this back if I were to look at a stream on my phone, it would literally drop the chat on PS5 and bring it right back to my phone. Nice. Cloaker in the bank, what will he do? Oh shit! Oh, excuse me, sorry. Triggered!
Okay.
Yo. Yep, I see it. Oh, shit. Huh? Mini!
Escort. Worry about pushing the package, not what's inside. That's above your pay grade.
You're about to hear me coughing up a lung.
Advance the package to the delivery zone. Expect heavy hostility.
Barrier deployed.
Yeah. Smoke till you choke. Smoke till you choke. That's my motto.
Nearing checkpoint. We've passed the checkpoint.
No. I was like, probably somebody has told me about him. Danny DeVito, I have heard of.
This is a rough op, but you're a pro. You'll bounce back.
Oh, yeah.
Closing on company to package. Keep it moving.
Hate him.
Bro, what the fuck?
He had the fucking barrier. Good shit.
Package in retreat.
I have it, but I'm streaming XDEFIANT, but I can drop the stream and I can stream some fighters. I think it is.
Checkpoint passed.
I am the spy from TF2.
Go make some friends.
I haven't played TTF2, but I've seen a lot of people. I see a lot of people play it, but I might try my hand at 5. Yes, I know. Obviously, I'm gonna have to get a PC for it.
Delivery zone.
Stream what?
Maintain this approach.
Ah. Morning. Yeah, probably after this match is when I'll do that.
You're on defense. Stop the package.
I don't care. I'm 20. I was like, I'm 28. I'm turning 29 literally in less than a month. It don't matter. Nah, I'm not into that. Anyway, I just exited out. I just exited out of my match. I'm gonna drop my stream here and I'm gonna boot up. Fighters. All right.